Hey guys, Hecon's here with another World of Warcraft gold making guide. Today we're on my Alchemist and we'll be looking at gold making with transmutations. This video took a little over a month to make, taking into account the daily cooldowns, so I hope that someone out there finds it useful. I'll be sharing with you my method for making 60 to 70k gold per month just from transmute recipes. Currently on US, the tokens are around 60k, so they should be enough to pay for your game time assuming everything sells. I've crafted 5 of each of the bags you get from the Legion transmute recipes, to get a rough idea of what we get from each bag, and to approximate what they're worth. Remember that the Legion recipe, Wild Transmutation, is on its own cooldown, and generally should be used every day. It can drop high-end value mats such as the Starlight Rose, Chaos Crystal, and Rare Gems, and should pay off in the long run. Additionally, you should be crafting the Old World recipes for turning Ghost Iron bars into Trillium bars, and then Trillium bars into Living Steel, which is on a daily cooldown. Currently on US Realms, these Living Steel sell for an average price of 1,361 gold each, according to the Undermine Journal. This means that you can make over 40k each month just from mining Ghost Iron ore, then turning them into Living Steel, and flipping them on the auction house. You can make even more gold if you farm spirits, since these will allow you to bypass the daily cooldown. These are still in high demand since they're used in high-end Mist of Pandaria engineering pet recipes, and mounts such as the depleted Kyperium rocket and Sky Golem. They're also used by jewel crafters to craft the Panther mounts. The meat to pet transmutation should be used off cooldown or once every week, since it has a chance to drop pets like the Transmutant, which sells for between 10 to 15k gold. Blood of Sargeras is an absolutely worthless transmutation. You get only one, and it uses up our daily cooldown. For the next part of this guide, I've ranked the remaining 8 Legion transmutation recipes from worst to best in terms of gold making potential. For this, I looked at the cost of the inputs and the value of the items that each bag contained. As I stated earlier, I've made 5 of each, and while this is not a huge sample size, it should let us estimate the expected value of each bag. All the prices I used are the mean or the average price of items across all US servers according to the Undermine Journal. So at number 8, or the worst Legion transmute from a gold making perspective, is transmute ore to cloth. The ore required per craft came out to around 365 gold, and each bag on average contained only 7.5 shell dry silk, or about 107 gold in value. This means that this craft is actually a net negative expected return of about 250 gold per craft, and should be avoided at all costs if you're looking to make gold. Next we have meat to pants, which cost us around 110 gold in meats to craft. Out of the 5 bags, we got around 68 gold worth of value, or about 13 gold per bag. This means that this craft, like ore to cloth, has a net negative expected return. We lose about 100 gold each time we craft this. If you had a chance at an epic BOE, then it might be worthwhile, but my bags only gave me soulbound 680 greens, a pant loaf, and 2 vendor trash items. At number 6, we have the transmutation cloth to skins, which has an expected return of 40 gold per craft. 10 Shaldorite silk cost us around 75 gold, and we got back around 115 gold in Stonehide leather and storm scale from each bag. While this is not an amazing return, it is much better than the previous 2 we actually lost gold crafting. At number 5, we have ore to herbs. Despite the cost of the ore to craft, about 365 gold, we managed to get around 2.8k gold worth of herbs from our 5 bags, or about 550 gold per bag. This means that each craft will bring us an expected net profit of about 200 gold. The next 3 transmutes are relatively close in terms of gold earned per day, at about 460 to 480 gold per craft. In addition, out of all the Legion recipes, all 3 seem to have the strongest return on investment. If you're low on gold to purchase the material inputs, then these are going to be the ones to look at to craft. At number 4, skins to ore, with the cheap cost of skins, roughly 90 gold per craft, yielded 555 gold worth of ore per bag, or about a 460 gold profit. At number 3, we have skins to herbs. It slightly edged out the previous transmutation, however it was very close. Again, skins are cheap, and the herb bags yielded us around 557 gold each, or an expected net profit of 463 gold per bag. And at number 2, again we have another craft with a relatively low cost of inputs, and this is the transmutation cloth to herbs. 10 Shaldorite silk cost us around 75 gold, and yielded us about 555 gold worth of herbs, or about a 483 gold net profit per bag. And by the process of elimination, at number 1, or the most profitable Legion transmutation is transmute fish to gems. While fish are still relatively expensive and each bag cost us around 460 gold to craft, we got back over 7.7k back in gems out of our 5 bags. This equates to around a 1500 gold valuation per gem bag, or net return of about 1k per craft. That means that if you craft this transmute every day for a month, you're looking at an easy 30k return, assuming you sell all the gems uncut. You can probably make more simply by cutting them, however that will require bloods. Again, I based all these prices off the US average according to the Undermine journal, so results may vary and be different for you. However, the difference between the expected net profit between the fish to gems and all of the other transmutes is huge, so I think we can reasonably assume this is going to be the best bet on most US servers. Either way, between fish to gems and living steel, you should see some easy gold. I hope that this 30-day experiment has been helpful. Most of these recipes are on a shared cooldown and are mutually exclusive, so I think it's a good idea to have an idea of what you're getting back per craft. Anyways, that's it for this guide. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend and happy Lunar New Year if you celebrate it. It's on Saturday and I plan on spending my weekend finishing up my Lunar Festival achievements, which I never got around to doing. If you found this video helpful, please like it. If you have any other questions or feedback about anything that was presented in this guide, please leave me a comment below. Take it easy and I'll see you guys in the next video. Late.